Hmm? Hi, hello. This is Andrew Mukasa. I'm a coffee expert. I'm a sales executive dealing in coffee beans, coffee machines, coffee grinders, and all requirements necessarily for the qualica industry in the coffee, most especially. I have got an honor. I have got in touch with a senior barista, a roaster, of which a lot of people know. He's a popular man. He's very intelligent when it comes to coffee. He mastered almost the concept that is vital when you are dealing with coffee beans, when you are brewing your coffee cup. A lot of people know what they call a V60, so we want to emphasize on that. It's one of the most popular gadgets used to brew coffee. Almost in each and every bar that you meet, you'll find what we call a V60. The senior, he will explain to us exactly what is the perfect grind size to play around with when you are extracting a perfect V60. He will also elaborate what is the perfect grind size to use when making a V60.
Okay, hello once again, my people. It's your boy Barista Kevin, stroke a roaster. So I'll first introduce myself to the people. So if you're outside there and you're willing to learn roasting course, just sit in my box and we talk business. So I'm dealing in coffee roasting most cases. Also, I'm dealing like a head barista in some of coffee shop, creating menus, so on. So today I'm going to talk about the perfect grinding size, as the big man said. Yeah, most of you are being disturbed about the grinding size of the perfect V60. First of all, we need to look at these particles. How do they look like? As you, a senior barista or a junior barista, how do particles of a V60 look like? For example, I'll tell you the particles, most cases for the V60, we normally consider the table salt,
Table salt.
yeah, most cases.
Okay.
So if you consider that grinding size like a table salt, so most cases we normally look into like we normally go into medium fine for most V60s
Medium
to,
fine for
yeah, medium
V60s.
fine for the V60s. So sometimes you can go medium coarse like that, but to me, to get all the flavors and all the oils of coffee, maybe you can play around the
Medium fine.
medium fine, which will be around 15 clicks on Commandante, around 15 clicks, 17 clicks, 18 clicks. It's perfect for the V60. And another thing you talked about is the portioning, as in the yield, as in the output, which is the perfect ratio for the V60, and the output should be what? Most cases, as in you see this cup, most cases I consider visiting a coffee shop, I look at the quantity of the cup before deciding the grams to use on my V60. So for example, in Dubai, most coffee shops are using 18 grams, whereby they are using 18 ounces of, as in 8 ounces of their
8
cup.
ounce of cup.
Yeah. So most cases you consider this cup, but if you visit Saudi Arabia, you'll find the 12 ounce cup. The 12 ounce cup, which is used to serve the V60, whereby they are using 21 grams of coffee or
21
22.
grams of coffee
Yeah, or
or
22 grams.
22 grams.
Yeah,
Okay.
22 grams of coffee. So on my coffee shop, we are still using 8 ounces, whereby I'm using 18 grams of coffee, whereby my output will be exactly 270 mLs of water. So here is another question you asked me about, is As in, most people ask themselves, how do you brew a perfect cup actually? A perfect cup, how can you brew it? Most cases, this coffee, if you pour the first pour, of course, the first pour, it's all about sweetness. The first 30 seconds, that's called sweetness. And the second pour, it's all about acidity. Yeah. And the third power, it's all about bitterness. So if you're pouring the V60, don't allow your water to get completely on your bed. Completely on your bed. Don't allow it, because most cases, if you make your water to get completely on your bed, you are going to feel sometimes dryness after taste. Sometimes you're gonna feel less sweetness in coffee. Sometimes you're gonna feel the acidity inside, because you never balance the two things, acidity and bitterness in coffee. So if you try to play with the last part of pouring, you know, I normally consider 3 pours in the V60, which is the perfect powers to my side. I don't know, other people might consider 4 powers, but to me, I normally consider 3 powers, which are perfect, because each power, if I mention 3 powers, each power has a meaning to me. But if I mention 4 powers, I don't know the fourth power what it means. But to me, on my side, 3 powers, they mean a lot to me. So if you're outside here and you're looking for the perfect brewer brewer's cup, just come here. Feel free to contact us. Feel free to contact Mr. Andrew to know more about this cup. So we shall be elaborating more about the V60 on the next shoot. So I'll pass back the mic to Mr. Andrew to say something else.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. I'm extremely pleased. He's a senior, he's a roaster, he's a senior barista, deep knowledge in terms of coffee, most especially under the rules of SCA. Guys, actually, before I leave, I encourage you guys to make sure that you get the SCA certificates, such that you are fully qualified. Thank you so much. I wish you the best. My name is Andrew Mukasa. Don't forget that. Bye.